And we are live. Hello everyone watching the VOD, or starting the stream from the beginning while it's still live. Did you know that you can double speed watch the stream while it's still going? Always like to say that at the start. Seeing as if you do try and watch from the beginning, this is the first thing you'll see. And no one's watching yet, because the stream has only just gone live. Of course, it'll take a moment for everyone to turn up, but we are back with Ribbonworld. Oh, that was quick. Already we got people turning up saying hello. You must have clicked it the moment it appeared in the subscriber feeds. Fastest clicks in the West. Yep, it's up on it's up for subscribers now. Of course, I haven't announced it in any way, shape, or form that it's happening. Hello to Paper. I can't say your name still. Paper Plane. I forgot the. Is it Chris? It's Chris, isn't it? I believe so. You're 10 seconds late. What did you miss? You missed me telling people who are watching the stream back from the beginning that they can watch at double speed and catch up to the stream while it's still live, because this is YouTube. Oh, hello, E. You were quick as well. You've not been in a YouTube stream before. They're rarer than Twitch, definitely. And that's the key. Well, there are reasons for that. But anyway, let us get into the game. There we go. It's Ribbonworld. We're back where we were before. For the 4th stream. Last episode we got military science operational. This episode we might get blue science. It's possible. Definitely might happen. I don't know though. It involves me tackling oil and I don't like oil, so I don't know. Also, iron is dead. There is very little. I don't know why. We'll find out when we go over there. But yes, we're on a ribbon. It's a ribbon. The world is a ribbon. It's called Ribbonworld. It's 64 tiles high, and we have to build everything on this little strip of land. And we've been doing alright so far with it. This is our first stream since 0.16 came out, and that might bork all of the things. There may be some very weird things in terms of map generation as soon as we start looking at new sectors, so we'll see how that goes. We might encounter cliffs, but I don't think so. I think cliffs are defaulted to off on maps that were generated before 0.16. So no cliffs, which is for the best, because they might block us from progressing fairly easily, considering the dimensions of the map. First time your phone has ever made a ding from a YouTube notification, no idea when that installed itself. It's Google, they own you. If they want to ding you about something, they ding you about it. There seems to be about a minute delay, really that long? It didn't seem like it to me. You watched a double speed and you've just caught up. Yeah, we've barely begun, so it's fairly easy at this point. Yes, I am just starting EE. I know I told you many hours ago that I was about to stream. I'm not good at being organized and doing things on time. So yes, you arrived in the first 10 seconds, and apparently you didn't even mean to. Artillery on this map will be so OP. Oh, yes it will. That'll be fun. When we get to that, unfortunately that's very endgame, so that'll be many streams down the line, but I guess we should get on with that. Right, let's go solve the iron issue, because that was what we were dealing with at the end of last stream. There's not much coming along here, and I need to find out why. It's probably just that we need more furnaces, honestly. I think we're just not smelting enough. Let's take the conveyor. Go a little bit quicker. Currently, my offline game that I'm playing, I have very upgraded stuff, and so everything feels horrifically slow right now, and it's a pain. But here we are, and yeah, it's literally just the number of smelters we have. They're all running. We just need more. How's the steel? Is that like building up? Oh, we've finished laser turret research, for what that's worth. I don't know, grenade damage or something? At this stage, there's not much we really need. I guess I'll do grenade damage. Yeah, let me look over here. How's the steel? Is it building up? I think it is. Well, it's about stable here, but it's building up here. So in the grand scheme of things, it's fine. At some point, we'll have to build a balancer somewhere, just like there, and that'll be good. Right. furnaces. I think we landfill a bit of this, make another furnace column, and that will have us sorted. Except it won't, because we need more ore. We're not mining enough. Luckily, we can mine more easily. Just have to build a bunch more on here. And we had these before, it's just that biters annihilated them because they were angry. And rightly so. And now they will attack us once again. How's the pollution doing? It's currently not at biter bases, but it will very easily get there, particularly considering we want to use that oil this episode, so that base is going to be a problem. It's quite big. I don't think I can take that, except with cheating. And so that is what we will do. Oh. Someone's saying the stream just died? Uh-oh. But, let me check things on my end. Stream health. YouTube says it's fine. Is it working for some people and not others, or what? Let me catch up on the chat. Okay, some people are saying it's fine, other people saying that it went down momentarily and is now okay. I hope that's not on my end. My internet connection's not been the best recently. It's been a bit off and on. In that occasionally it works absolutely fine and perfectly, and other times it's working great and then it suddenly will cut out. And it's been a bit of a pain. We need some landfill. Do we have any? Yes, we do. Annoyingly, after like, I've got to wonder if the devs watch my videos, because for like a year plus, like since landfill was implemented, there was this weird landfill cheat where you could place a block like here and it would fill in 4 blocks at once, and that's gone now. Because it just happens to coincide with me commenting on the fact that I could do that in the last stream. Things like this have happened before, where an exploit that has existed for a very long time has been pointed out by me and then fixed almost immediately. And it's both frustrating and suspicious and admirable. I say both, that is 3 things. But you know what I'm trying to say. Gotta keep the numbers nice, there we go. Yeah, so we'll just hook up all of the remaining miners here and see what that gets us in terms of ore supply. Yeah, lots of people saying blame EE. EE turned up and it died. Clearly it was his fault. How dare he do this to us? Let's build. We can sneak the power around the back here. And then just splitters everywhere, merging all the things into all the other things. We've finished grenade damage. We'll research more grenade damage, because once we get enough of it, we can destroy trees with a single grenade instead of 2. And it's super convenient when you can do that. There we go, and then I guess merge that. And then immediately do this. Try and neaten it up. We actually want to give priority, though, I remember, to these miners on the bottom so that we can run our railway through here later. So currently that is not the case, definitely. So I'll come up with a solution to that. Let's move the power poles around a bit. That's broken everything. It's fine. Nobody panic. If we... I'll put that there, and then that powers everything from there. Ish. Something like that. Then we flip these around. Get a couple of underground belts. Like that. Oh, I've left this one unpowered. We can actually just put a power ball there. Run this to here. Need to landfill. Yeah, the way water and landfill and everything works has changed. And it's messing with my brain because for a while it was counterintuitive, and now it's intuitive, but I've got used to the counterintuitive version, and now that's the intuitive one, and it's messing with how I do things. Let's do that. Oh, damn it, I can't. You used to be able to build things half over water before, and now you can't anymore. But I've got used to it being that way. There we go, that gives these priority, they should keep running non-stop. But we're also getting a full belt of iron. Just got to make sure to power everything up here. There we go. He wants me to stop streaming and get back to Minecraft. We've been playing offline Minecraft. Or, I guess multiplayer, but so it is online, but not recorded or streamed. Which is nice. Long time since I've done that. I should probably... I don't know why I'm running off. I need to sort out these smelters now. This is at capacity, and yeah. There's a bunch that's going off the end there, so we can get a bit more out of this before it fails completely. I'm going to need a lot of landfill for this. We can't be as efficient with our landfill anymore. We've got to actually fill every tile. We can't fill 4 at once by cheating. So I need a lot more stone. Just all of it. And it doesn't even make a stack. All of it again. Now we've got a stack. Even then, might not be enough. You really need ridiculous amounts of stone for landfill. And rightly so. It's a very powerful thing. That might do it. A bit more here, maybe. So what we should connect this up and we can actually get this iron here. And then we'll just build another furnace column right next to this one. And we're going to end up with a steel one in between 2 iron ones, but whatever, it works. Doesn't matter, it's fine. We need more... What do we need? Stone bricks, what we need. Let's go get some of that. Remember when I said I didn't want landfill in the game? I mean, I had good reasons for it, and to this day I avoid using landfill where possible, but in a game like this, you sort of need to, because if... Well, I mean, in this case I don't need to because the water doesn't block things entirely, but it blocks things quite significantly. It'll be a major issue to work around this, and in the limited space we have, we really can't afford that. In your standard map, I'll usually avoid landfilling. Yes, so I was here for stone brick, that was what it was. Took me a second. We'll take plenty, and then do that. And take a bit more. We need some spare stone as well. Right, we'll get back up to, we'll get 100 landfill, just so we have it. So that's 70. Then a bunch more stone. And that's 100. And then we'll keep the stone we have. Perfect. There's not quite enough iron coming through here, it looks like. Wait, no, those feed steel. Never mind. Let's grab some steel to keep that thing running. Efficiency and all that. Right, as we were here, just run these all down this way. One more. What's everyone saying? Railworld plus cliffs equals no, just no. But I think in the default Railworld settings that is the case, so you have to do it, or you have to go for custom Railworld, which I think then means you can't get achievements. So that's interesting. But there are cliff explosives, you can just blow them all up and then it's fine. So it's not the end of the world. Just a pain. Modern or vanilla Minecraft, we're playing very heavily modded. There's 127 mods. It's a little bit crazy. And thank you, Dragon Rick Lord, for your £5 super chat. Hope you're having a nice day and hope you enjoy this festive time of year till Monday. Is it Monday that's the new year? Probably. I don't know days of the week. It's that time between Christmas and New Year. Time has no meaning here. Dates are irrelevant. The day of the week is... Nobody knows it. But yes, apparently... the 1st of January is a Monday, and thank you very much for that super chat. How should we do this? Probably just connect it up like that. That works fine. Loader belts down the middle. And we're out. Oh, we have them being made, don't we? I should probably just go grab them from where they're being made instead of crafting them all myself. But why not both? Let's just grab all of it. We're going to use it eventually, and we'll restock on our other things. Okay, maybe not too much because I'm running out of space here. I've got a whole bunch of wood. I don't want it. I'm going to dump it in the trash lots that don't do anything right now. And there's our grenade damage researched. Playing a Townslight game and the cliffs are terrible in it. Oh, I can imagine. This is a Ribbonworld. It's 64 tiles high, and I've got to work within those constraints. Water is set to very low, well, to starting area only, so we won't encounter any elsewhere and block our path. But we do have to get through quite terrifying biter bases to advance at all. Also, pollution, I think, is quite stretched. I think it goes along this and is funneled in either direction rather than dissipating into the nothingness, which is concerning. Can you underground belt under small bits of water? Yes, you can. Absolutely, and I've done that before. And so, technically, I can leave this as an island, and I can totally underground belt off of this. But I can't reach it to place the miners, so I will build a bridge across and then run the thing back. But yeah, you can absolutely underground belt underwater, and there are a couple of convenient uses for that, like preventing biters from getting from one location to another while transporting goods over that distance. You're watching my Kingdoms and Castles series, you think it's time for something new, as in the end of Kingdoms and Castles? I would have to agree. We're coming to the end there, and it's just a case of getting the getting to 5,000 population, if we even can, and then finishing it there. Maybe I'll do another series down the line, but I'll probably leave it for a certain amount of time before then. Wait for, like, updates to come out. In fact, it might have updated. I've not been paying attention recently. I know there was a Merchants and Ports update coming, and I haven't heard anything about that. Could have happened, and I could have just missed it. Right, let's split some stuff off here. This is going to be awkward. Actually, oh, we can do it this way, and I think that is actually quite neat. We just run this here. Then we can totally just do that. Oh, look at that. Wait, have I done that right? Hang on. There, perfect. Very unspaghetti-ish. You can tell it's the start of a stream, can't you? And I'm not tired yet. How elegant, unlike this mess. This monstrosity that I created in the last stream. How many watching? Let me have a look. Where does it show it? There's a thing here somewhere. 190 people, wow. That's like more than last time, right? That's a lot. Interesting. I mean, YouTube is a crazy thing, and so who knows what the algorithm's going to do today. Is it going to flag this stream so it can't be monetized? Is it going to not let anyone see it? Is it going to let everyone see it? Is it going to put it on its front page for some reason? Nobody knows. YouTube makes no sense. And every day we fear for our continued existence. But at the moment everything's okay. I've discovered a cool exploit recently, in that because all my videos are being flagged instantly upon being uploaded, and then I'm having them be manually reviewed, they're passing because there's nothing wrong with them. But that means that I can have whatever titles and descriptions I want, because they've already been manually reviewed as okay before I've even got round to putting the titles and the descriptions in. So that's one less thing to worry about now with making videos. YouTube's managed to accidentally break one of its messed up problems with another one of its problems in a way that benefits people. Right, I'm going to make a little gap here. We can run our coal through here. How we get our coal there is another thing entirely. Are we going to have to do the same thing again? This might... Is there another way of doing this? Yes, there is. Yeah, I could do this. Sidestep this. And then I can split this here. Also, we need a lot more of these. Split this here. Oh, and there's fast replacing now of different belt things, which is nice. Then, Then sidestep this a little earlier on. Do an underground belt. Whoops, do an underground belt here. Then I can bring this down here, and it's a bit awkward, but it works. Against where it needs to go. That's what matters. Ignore the wiggliness, it's fine. Then I need to actually finish what I was doing here. I sort of got distracted halfway through. Need a few more of these. Did you figure out... Did I figure out whether money from Super Chat actually goes to you? I can't remember. I know it does in some way. I just don't know what amount exactly. I imagine it just goes into like my AdSense account thing, which is what you use for YouTube money stuff. There we go. I'll find out soon enough. Now I think I've had things say that I've had a certain amount through and so on and so forth, so I believe they work. So by all means do them. That would be awesome. Right, this is all operational now. Yes, it is. Coal is struggling. We're going to need some more miners, but we'll sort that in a minute. In the meantime, we'll connect this up to the other belt. Somehow. We'll send it this way and we can underground belt it through all of the things to there. And that should do it. There, and that should be that connected. That'll go underground to here. It'll merge with this one. We'll have a lot more stuff coming through. And I think it'll fit pretty well. Right, before we have some issues, I'm going to go fix the coal supply. Now, I've sent a bunch of belts through this, which is a little bit awkward, but we can work around them. Did I pick up anything in the winter sale I'm going to do videos in? I haven't yet actually had my spending spree of this particular Steam winter sale. What I have done is voted for Factorio for the Haunts Your Dreams category of the Steam Awards. I don't know if there's still time to do that. No, I think that's already been and gone. Unfortunately, I should have told everyone so I can win awards and stuff. Helps me in a sense. More people watch Factorio videos, which is what I do for a living. Breaking that doesn't destroy everything, just some things. I'm just gonna underground belt this. That's fine. That's that powered, and I can connect these up. And yeah, do it like that. It's fine, I'll fix it in post. I think I can actually just have this run straight down, honestly. Yeah, it works the same way. Let's make sure this is powered again. And that has more than doubled the coal supply. That should fix the problems. There may be some temporary shutdowns while this goes down the belt. No, it won't take that long. Syndicate for Solar Empire Rebellion is 75% off. Well, I already have that game. There's the problem. And I bet I bought it for more than 75% off. As in, more money than it is now at 75% off. That was ambiguous sentencing. Actually, maybe I bought it then. I generally try and wait till things are 75% off to buy them, but then it doesn't work in some cases because some games never get that low. For example, Factorio. The devs have decided that they will never put it on sale. I believe that was their decision. The idea being that they consider it to be the value that it is, and they'd rather have it be a little bit cheaper constantly than be a lot cheaper for short periods of time. That sort of reasoning makes a fair bit of sense. A respectable decision. And so if you're waiting to buy it, don't, because... Hold on. Okay. Thank you. Well, now I've got to try and pronounce your name again. De Papier Fligenar? Is probably... is that the price? I know you're called Chris though, so I can cheat. I think you're called Chris. I hope you're called Chris. It's been a while since you told me. But yes, thank you very much for that €50 super chat. That is awesome. I very much appreciate it. And that's now going to stay at the top of the thing for ages, I think. I think the timer is related to how much they are, so yeah, you're going to be at the top of that for a good long while. Thank you very much. Right, what was I doing? You've distracted me. Yeah, things like that really help to sort of justify and allow me to do this for a living, so I definitely appreciate it. It is Chris, good, I got it right. Anyway, what does everyone else say? Chat's going quite quickly today, I'm struggling to keep up with it and also play the game, and also we're now at 234 viewers? Were we going this high last time? I feel like we weren't going this high last time. What did I do? What have I done differently? Was it this? I can't remember It's been too long since I last did this. Have you any plans for collabing with Avak? Nothing in the works at the moment. Maybe soon we'll have to see. Avak's very busy at the moment. He's got all sorts going on. He's streaming on YouTube and Twitch. I don't know how he's even done that. It would seemingly be normally impossible, because Twitch literally says you can't stream in other places, but he's somehow wrangled it. I don't know how. And so, yeah, he's doing that and a lot of series running and stuff. How about I set up a Patreon? Well, that was something I was considering mentioning, that I would like to at some point. And in fact, I was planning to a long time ago, honestly, but I want to wait till the channel's at its best, and I feel like it's not there right now. I want things to be running well and to prove that I can keep up a good schedule and do things on a very regular basis before I start having a Patreon and asking people to fund it, because you need to see what you're funding, and so I haven't got round to that yet because I keep going, nah, channel's not there yet. And thank you, Dragodric, I think it's Dragodric Lord, for your £2 super chats. Wow, now I feel so poor. Don't feel bad about it. It's like, it's still appreciated. It's not like I'm like, no, it's not enough. How dare you? How dare you insult me with such a measly offering? No, it's really nice. I appreciate all of it. I appreciate watching as well. That also, like, every bit of support in any way, shape or form is appreciated, because it all adds up to the whole. Some of its parts and all that. And every little helps. Yeah, Sins Rebellion is fun. I have been planning for a while to do a Sins of a Solar Empire series or live stream, and I think that I will have that soon. Also because the Star Trek, got it right, the Star Trek mod is now fully complete and awesome, and I've been playing that a little bit, and I would like to show that off as well, and basically play as the Borg and destroy everything, because that is fun. But I probably start with just the standard game. And okay, you know what, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get much factory building done today, because this keeps happening, but thank you very much to Thomas Nielsen for, I don't know what that currency is, DKK. Whatever it is, you've given me 20 of them, and I very much appreciate it. Hey man, love the videos, keep up the good work. Smiley. What's DKK? Is it Denmark? Feels like it could be a Denmark thing. Is there more grenade stuff? I think grenades are they're beyond our means now. We'll do gun turret damage. Always useful. When your contract is up for renewal on Twitch, tell them you don't want that clause and that YouTube has offered you better, then see. Okay, so that's what he did, because I think I know I think his contracts were coming up for renewal, so perhaps he managed to negotiate that. People talking about the current time. Where I am, it is 13 past midnight, which is a normal time for me to be awake, because I have weird sleep schedules, because I don't have your standard work day. That's the thing. If you're not, like, tied down to a particular wake-up time, you, like, maybe this probably isn't the case for everyone, but I drift a long time a lot. and end up going to bed in the early hours and waking up in the afternoon and stuff like that. Basically, I feel like if I lived on Mars, then I would have a really nice sleep cycle, because I feel like 25-hour days are what my brain tries to work towards. I need to get rid of some of this ore. I guess I can just chuck it in some furnaces. Just spread it amongst them all. Danish! Ah, I was close. I was... They both began with D, so I was in the ballpark, vaguely. Yeah, Armada 3 is the mod for Sins of a Solar Empire. Danish Kroner. Or Kroner? Kroner? One of those. Crones? Everyone's saying different words. I don't think it's Donkey Kong coins. How much longer will the stream be? The stream will be... what time is it? At least an hour and a half longer. Probably a little bit more, because I'll end up going over time. But I will start thinking about potentially wrapping up at the 2-hour mark. Since Star Trek mod is the best Star Trek video game ever made, as far as I'm concerned, I'm trying to think of other Star Trek games. I don't think I've played that many, so I'm going to have to agree there. Best I've played. Any plans for New Year's? Not currently. There will be a marathon livestream, a marathon vodcast even, up on the Roll For It Twitch channel, which I will be keeping an eye on during that time, so I'll be in the chat and stuff for that if you want to turn up and watch some special episodes from Roll For It recently. Good time to tune in if you don't have anything else to do, even though it is New Year's Eve, so you probably will. But if you don't, then it's a good thing to tune into, because it's some one-shots, and so you don't have to worry about catching up on things to know what's going on. And thank you to Maltapaltin95 for 50 sec. I don't know what the sec is either. It rings a bell. I like this feature of YouTube that, like, you give your super chats in your own currency, so you just get random different currencies that you don't know the origin of given to you. It's brilliant, and that'll all I imagine get automatically converted. But it's funny just being like, "What is sec? I don't know what this is. I've been given some." It would almost be funnier if you actually like received it in that currency. And then you don't know what to do with it. It just ends up in a box of foreign coins that you forget to go and convert. Right, let's get back to work here. Though I'm still trying to catch up on the chat. Space Engineers, also a thing I need to play. That it's been on my to play on the channel list for years. I've just not got round to it. I played on and off. Been a while since I have, so it might be a good time to pop into it again. I don't know if it's done development or not. That's one of those games where development was just a slow but steady, never-ending process. So I don't know whether it's still being worked on or not. Ah, is that Swedish? Swedish krona, apparently. So there's kroner from... There's Danish kroner and Swedish krona. Right. That's not at all confusing. Star Trek New Horizons for Stellaris. Ah, there's a Star Trek mod for Stellaris. I am not surprised. That makes a lot of sense. I actually played Stellaris recently. I was a bit late to the party there, but I decided to give that a shot, and I quite enjoyed it. Got wrecked in the first game because I misunderstood all of the rules of how it worked, and then ended up with no resources. And the second one, I'm currently doing better. Probably going to have a war in it soon. I've not been playing long, just a couple of hours, really. And another 50 Danish kroner from Thomas Nielsen. Bring it on, Malty. Okay, we're having a war. I mean, I'm not averse to a tip war. SWK is the Swedish kronar, so is that a different thing? I'm going to learn so much about currencies here. Oh, we need to fix, we need to balance this. There we go. And we don't need to balance that, that's already sorted. So that's all fine. And our steel should continue to build up. Yeah, it's building up quite nicely at the moment. Let's see how things are going at the end of the factory. Iron is still the issue. We have a solid iron belt running through. So what we need is throughput. Perhaps the implementation of red belts? At the end of the day, we'll need more belts at some point either way. So we should probably just add another yellow belt, but we don't have much room for that. I haven't left the space. Unless I do awkward stuff. And that's what I'm gonna do. Right, this should no longer do this. Separate it out. Have it sidestep to about to here. We'll have it balance in case that matters. And I'm trying to do this, but I've just seen another super chat pop up. Hold on. I'm fixing this first, otherwise I'll never get it done. Do this, and then merge with this. We'll do... It's going to be a bit awkward. We'll do that with it. And we'll have them merge like that and then split again. It's a bit weird. But then we'll have this carry on and merge up with everything else. But okay, stuff's going on. Right. Loosely translated to crowns. That's why they've got similar names. They're sort of... They've got a common origin. That makes a lot of sense. It's a thing in Europe of everything. Everything comes from Latin, basically. To a certain extent. Space Engineer is still in development, but a lot of bugs. I've played the Factorio mod in Ribbonworld. I did not know that was a thing, but I probably will do that now. DKK, Danish kroner. SEK, Swedish kronar. NOK, Norwegian kronar. There's a Factorio mod in Ribbonworld. Yep, ISKs. And then multiple to 95, 100 SEK. Please got my paycheck last week. Thank you very much. It's happening. We've got a war. Icelandic kronars. So far, I think I am on top. Just for how long, that's the question. By paper plane. Yep, yours is still up there. That one's going to last for a good while. He says fight. I don't know how... There's only one vowel in that name, and that is far too long a name. But he says war. And Dragodric Lord has donated £5. Star Trek Legacy was cool, though Star Wars Empire at War, Forces of Corruption has some good mods to them. And through Steam now. Yeah, I have a lot of Star Wars games from Steam because there was a bundle that had, like, all of them. And I bought it because I have a problem. And I've only played, like, 2 of them so far, but I have something like 20 Star Wars games or something. Thomas Nielsen says, I'm out, I need money for New Year. That's fair enough. In 1 hour, Bentham will be a millionaire. It seems like it's going that way. Tom has folded. Someone told up how much he got in British pounds. It's becoming about countries now. The pound versus the other ones, because we have Bob's Guns, $5. Oh, the Americans are weighing in. Trash American passing through on the tip war. They're weighing in. Hold on, we've got science to do. Bullet damage 3. Paper plane says, lol, America. Scourge 1. $5. If I make it to the late game in Sin's Rebellion, just make Doom fleets out of cruisers. That is fun. A new contender enters the ring. MP Stevens UK 1. £10 proper British money. That's right. And that's what we're up to right now. Do I play Cortex Command? Yes, I do. Go Google it on my channel, or just search it on my channel. Actually, YouTube owns Google owns YouTube, so I guess it might be Googling. Do they use the algorithm? Who knows? But I have Cortex Command videos on my channel. I'm going to warn you now, they end abruptly. I switched PCs, and the file formats for the videos were no longer compatible, and so that series may have ended in the middle of a fight. Possibly. Sorry. I meant to fix it, but it was awkward. I couldn't do it. But yes, I played Cortex Command, and probably do that on a stream. In fact, I was going to do that last stream, and then I found out that Cortex wasn't going to play ball. I couldn't get it to work. I can't remember why. But yeah, it wouldn't be recorded, and I couldn't work out what the problem was, so I had to abandon it. But at some point, I will work around it one way or another. I'll just screen capture if all else fails, and I will play Cortex Command on stream. How far in is the stream? We're 40 minutes in. If you jump to the beginning and watch a double speed, you will be caught up before the end. So that's a reasonable thing to go for. If only I could donate in past currencies, we could make it a temporal world war. And Stefan Prada has given me PLN 10. 10 PLNs. Is that Poland, maybe? Well, the country's begin with P. I'm gonna place my bet on it being Poland. And everyone's saying Poland, so I think I got it right. Thank you very much, Stefan. Hey, Bentham, can you make an entirely up-to-date guide on Factorio? Because I'm the only person you can understand when they play. That's cool. I really do need to do some proper tutorial stuff. It's been a very long time, and all my old tutorials are out of date, and I definitely need to get those updated and redone, particularly the rail one. Now that we've got the new system with rail blocks, I definitely need to make a new tutorial that gives an up-to-date explanation on how to do trains and stuff. MP Stevens UK 1, another £2. What even is a PLN? God save the Queen. Thank you very much. These are all greatly appreciated. This is a little bit crazy. I'm slightly scared. How many currencies can we get in here? What are we up to now? We've got pounds, we've got dollars, we've got PLN, we got the Danish one, we got the... Was it Danish? Was it Denmark? I've forgotten. I'm sorry. That one, DKK, SEK. We're at 5, I think, right? Let's do bullet damage, I guess. Just for something to do. Right, I think we got this fixed. Oh, we don't have this fixed. I need to actually run this belt down, but you keep interrupting me with money. Let me run this down here. Oh, don't need that. And yeah, well, it's a bit weird because we've now got our copper belt running in between two iron belts, but what we'll do is we'll then underground it to here and do that. And it's awkward, admittedly, but we can work with it. There we go, we can just do that, and then this, and pretend that's not a thing. Is there actually... Yeah, there's iron coming down it. And then we'll just run this to the end, and we'll have a better iron supply running. Good job, team. Bentham is British, long live the Queen. Is that accent from deepest, darkest Lancashire? Yes, it is, and congratulations for spotting it. My accent is softening over time, but I think it's still relatively strong. You can probably... I imagine anyone in the UK can identify at least that I'm from the north. But the weird thing is that if I go back and watch my old videos, and that's old videos that are no longer publicly visible, God am I northern. It's weird. Because of course you don't hear your own accent, because it's how you speak. It's like how your brain thinks, so it's... you don't really register it, but if your accent softens and then you go listen to yourself in the past, then it's very weird to hear yourself be very, very, like, strongly accented where you didn't think you had one, because that's just how that works. Stream delay is like a minute, I think. No, what it is my delay... I'm quite delayed in reacting to the chat because there's too much going on here, and I can see 2 super chats below your comments, but I'm trying to get through all of them before I get... I'm trying to get through all the comments, but there's too many. Too much is going on. Yes, I am a bloody lank, EE. And EE is... Actually, EE's in Yorkshire, but he's from somewhere else, isn't he? So maybe it's not so bad. But yeah, the endless feud between Yorkshire and Lancashire. They don't get proper weather over in Yorkshire. It's not true northern weather. The rain doesn't get that far, because it doesn't get over the Pennines, you see. There's mountains in between Lancashire and Yorkshire, and all the rain hits us in Lancashire, and it doesn't get over those mountains to Yorkshire. So they've got lovely, like, clear, sunny days all the time, and we're the ones that get beaten by rain day in, day out. Never stops raining in Manchester. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. It's just varying degrees of rain. Oops, I'm going to try and make this throughput a little bit better because it's a mess right now. But yes, let's get to the thing. So, Emily Soldal, 100 SEK. Happy New Year from Sweden. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciated. Does Bentham have a proper tutorial for Factorio? I have some tutorials for rails and a tutorial for oil. They're both extremely outdated and definitely need fixing. Yeah, I invaded York, but I was repulsed. I have returned to Lancashire from whence I came. But I took a degree with me, damn it. Dragon McLeod, another £2. No Factorio, just a currency discussion. Yeah, that's what it's devolving into. I will try and get things back on topic. Look, I'm doing factory stuff. It's fine. Hold on, I think I need a splitter there to help things. I'm trying to make sure... It seems like this line and this line are what matters right now. Hold on, we can balance things out a bit. If I put a underground belt here, then I can get a splitter balancer thingy here. And that should fix that. Now these sides will be more even. And that'll help the iron be used. But now, these belts are both running at full speed. So, we're sorted in that respect. Still not enough iron overall, definitely. Like, we can get another furnace array and that will probably, like, make it so that we can just fill these two. We won't even need another belt or a belt upgrade. We'll just manage to flesh out these belts a little bit more. So yeah, still not great in terms of iron. The gears are holding up. It's not perfect. If we follow this down, we can see how well things are doing on this end. Am I going to upload more Factorio? I miss all the series. Well, not the only one. Yeah, I do need to... I need to get back to towns at the very least. It's been a long time. And that'll be an update all about... That'll be an episode all about the 0.16 update and implementing some stuff from there. Unfortunately, we won't be able to do anything like artillery yet in towns, but we'll get there. And I wonder if we should do that in Railworld. Actually, no, I can't research artillery in Railworld because that factory is just ruined. It is out of date and can't do anything anymore. I need to send that off at some point, properly. It needs a Viking burial, but with nukes instead of fire. After my stream, check my YouTube mails. You can't donate money, but you donated with your service. That's cryptic and interesting. Yeah, I will check my email when this stream is done and see what you're talking about there. All hail Emily, yes indeed. Not that strong an accent, but it's there. Yeah, that's the thing. It used to be a lot stronger, but the internet has softened it over time. Want to try living in Wales? Oh yeah, I imagine the rain's a bit horrible there. I imagine Ireland's terrible, because they get all the rain before it gets to Lancashire. They protect us. Oil tutorial. Just don't. I like that. That sounds like my sort of oil tutorial. Used to live in Manchester. Yeah, it rains forever, right? It didn't rain that much. Oh, you did. Lies! You clearly weren't really in Manchester. It was all a ruse. Glad to catch me live, Sneaky Russian. Hello! Scourge1, $2. You should play Doom. It's awesome. I have heard that the new Doom is actually surprisingly good. I remember hearing all the confusion about it because they weren't allowing people to play it before it came out. They weren't allowing reviewers to get any copies of it, which is an immediate alarm bell thing. And then it came out and it was great. And it's like, but then why didn't you let people play it? There would have been so much more hype. Why did you not do this? Your game is great. It's very confusing. I mean, Doom would be very out of character for me. I haven't played a first-person shooter ever on this channel. Something I could give a shot, though. If it's a particularly good one. It's weird watching my stream in real time with all my vids at triple speed. Yeah, I can imagine. You can watch the stream in double speed. That'll help to balance it out and get things back to how you're used to. Combat robotics, I guess. Mindstream has donated 10 CHF. I don't know what that is. Happy New Year, always enjoying your Factorio videos. Thank you very much for whatever 10 CHF is. I look forward to finding out when people in the comments mention it. People are saying it's Swiss. But it begins with a C, or is, like... Is Switzerland spelled really differently in its... like, when it's not English? Interesting. Will there be more Viscera? There is at least one VOD left, I believe, and then we're out. And we might do more, because we were having a lot of fun with that. But we also need to do some more Factorio at some point. Me and Peachy and Sheepdog, and possibly Connor Cronus, if he can be around. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it for the Christmas one that we did. Yeah, we're saying Swiss francs. Someone says Chinese francs. I feel like it seems like it's Swiss, though. Everyone's saying Swiss. Someone says Bitcoin, anyone? Everyone's saying Swiss francs. And I'm interested now. What's Switzerland in It must begin with a C then. Unless it doesn't. I don't know. Anyway, we need to do some oil. That is our plan. We need to get some oil being pumped today and try and get it processed and starting to be made into blue science packs and such. How many deposits we got? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I need to go get more iron, quite clearly. CHF is derived from the Latin name of the country, Confederatio Helvetica, with the F standing for Frank. That's cool. I was wondering how that worked. That's neat. So the Latin name for Switzerland is Confederatio Helvetica. That's where the CH comes from. Alexa out. I see. You took the opportunity to use Alexa to answer the question for you. And that's more research finished. We've got to try and get our blue science running before we run out of military science to do, but that's seeming unlikely with how much I'm getting distracted right now. And after all this, Paper Plane's donation is still up there. So yeah, it is an amount-based timer thing, which is a neat idea. I need another iron array. Yeah, I know, I do. But it's working okay at the moment. It's getting like halfway down. The military science is... Okay, it's running down again. But it's good enough. It's fine. We're going to run out of military science before we finish getting blue science running. So that's fine. Let's restock on all the things and then start building all the gear we need. So we need another 5 of these. And then another 2. And then we'll make just 1 oil refinery for now. And we'll make a whole bunch of storage tanks. There we go. It's getting quite windy right now. I forgot that Storm Dylan is on its way. And is going to be battering mainly Ireland tonight, but we'll be getting a bit of it. So I left a window open a crack and it's making my door rattle and it's annoying. And I hope it's probably not being picked up by the microphone, so that's fine. But it's annoying me. Let's see. I think we just work through things in order. I don't think there's anything we particularly want right now. Explosives might come in useful. We'll have cliff explosives, not that we need them. What is that one? That's the atomic bomb. I like how you unlock that really early on, but then it needs crazy amounts of research to actually do. You can't fool me, Helvetica is a font! There's an inserter missing, steel furnace row, second furnace at the bottom. Ooh. Is there? I don't see it. Are you getting confused about the fancy system here? Or am I blind? Only time and chat will tell. I'm going to do oil and come back and find my iron has run out, because if you notice it's still decreasing the amount on the belts. Oh yeah, the furnace is on all running right now. Annoyingly, some is running down here. I guess what I'll do then is cut this. That'll build up, it'll build up back to here, and then this will have a little bit more running through it. For now, this can just about run off the supply that's there. I think we'll get away with it. So that's okay. We'll talk about fonts now. Comic Sans, the worst font. Fantastic. TNR is just too boring. What's TNR? Oh, it's a font. This conversation's getting beyond me now. I'm not that well versed in fonts, I'll be honest. Helvetica is a font invented by a Swiss designer. Is that a coincidence or is that deliberate? Because it could be deliberate. That would make a bit of sense. It's exceptionally windy here in South Wales. Yeah, you're a little bit further into the storm than me, I would guess, depending on how exactly it's working. Why not a train rail on either edge that makes stations be north-south facing? Interesting idea, but I think that means a lot of trains crossing over the middle of my factories and stuff. I don't know if that's a good idea. But anyway, STN has donated 100 NOK, whatever that is, adding NOK to the currency to get you starting on oil. It says staring on oil, but I imagine you mean starting. That's fair enough. Let's get back on task then. Let's make a load of pipes. We need a lot more iron for this. So we'll just gather all the iron and just constantly produce a bunch of these. But yeah, oh god, it's really looking terrible, the iron supply. Definitely need more iron smelting. It is the eternal problem, as I've said many times. It is the law. There is always an iron shortage. It is a constant state of being. It cannot be stopped. Ignore last stream, where we had too much iron for a bit. It did not happen, because there is always an iron shortage, and that is never not the case. Why have I got 2 storage chests? What's my reasoning here? Oh, whatever. More steel might be nice. Finished researching explosives. We'll do some laser turret stuff. Why not? There we go. And that one's Norwegian. We're getting a very nice selection of European currencies here. We're going to collect them all. Need Finland, then we have the entire Nordic region locked down. Exactly. I take this opportunity to wish everyone in the stream a belated Merry Christmas and a premature Happy New Year. I must agree. We're just missing the Icelandic guys, and Scandinavia is complete. Less than 12 hours till New Year. Yeah, I've got just over 23 hours till New Year. What's this chat that Finland isn't a Scandinavian country? I lose track of what is and isn't. Is there some debate about what is and isn't Scandinavian, or do people just sometimes forget what some of them are? I don't know. Norwegian kronas. What? So have we got all the kronas now? Have we collected all of those? We have 7 seen last night here in sunny Florida. Dragon Rick Lord, £2. Have you enjoyed the snow in Britain as of recently? I mean, it's not been amazing. It's got close to snowman levels, but it's not quite got there where I am at the very least. So really, I missed the days where it would get to igloo levels, because I didn't care about snowmen. Snowmen were boring. You just roll up 3 balls and stick them on top of each other and put some twigs in it. That's terrible. You got to build igloos. They're functional. You can sit in them. You can live in them, and it, you know. I don't know. Basically, that's what I would do. When it snowed enough, when I was a kid, I would just make igloos. I would, like, pile up all the snow in the garden, and then I would dig into it and hollow it out from the inside. And do that all day. It was great. But that was £2 from Dragon Rick Lord, and now, as soon as Paper Plane's previous donation has disappeared, he's given another €20. So are you doing another fan multiplayer game, or are you too big for that? I could do another one of that. Like, my internet is better now, it would seem. I can now actually host a multiplayer game and have it not die as soon as a second person tries to join. So that is more viable now. Maybe I'll do that fairly soon. I mean, we were planning with Peachy and Sheepdog to have people join in the server and hunt us down and murder us at the end of that series, so definitely possible. Has anyone donated Icelandic krona? Not yet, as far as I know. Finland went euro, then we have them! Just in case you didn't know, that one is British pounds followed by euros. Good job, Papier Matt. What? Is that? Is that someone else, or are you naming him weirdly? I live in Germany, still drive the summer wheels. He has to bounce to get me my new armor. Yeah, he's playing... We're doing a Minecraft multiplayer at the moment, just offline. And, oh wow, cliff explosives don't even need military research. That's a bit weird, but sure. Yeah, he's got lots of mods installed, and I don't know what's going on. I'm just tending to a farm while he's making crazy armors and stuff. And he just lost all his armor because he got killed by blizzards, which are like blazes but snow. As far as I can tell. Czech Coronas are left out, apparently. So there's still one of those kinds. paper plane volunteers. I'll definitely notify you of that should it happen. Yeah, we might have that fairly soon. That'd be quite cool. I don't know how many can connect before my internet connection will just die. But let's find out! Will me and Avek do a collaboration? Nothing's planned. Definitely possible. Avek's very busy at the moment. So it's whenever time allows, really. Right, I finally managed to catch up on chat, so let's get back to actually playing the game. It is why you're here. We'll go over to this oil. Oh, I need to bring the power over, damn it! Ah, I've got to run all the way back again. It's so slow. We have long-range power poles, that's good. So we can just run those over to the oil. I can't believe I forgot that. It's going to take forever. We researched the cliff explosives next on the list. Landmines, I guess? That's cool. No pressure. Well, of course not. It's just, like... It would be a cool thing to do, and I'd sort of forgotten about it, but yeah, I totally now have the capability to run a stream in which I allow viewers to join. Won't do it this time round, but definitely I'll have it on the cards. And we could do a bit of a stress test of my my internet connection. The problem is that I'm also going to be having to stream from that at the same time. Unless I make it just a video. It's possible. But a stream seems better because, you know, the whole point is interaction. So, we'll see how that goes. I'll have to put some sort of player limit, I imagine. But we'll push the boundaries and see how far we can take them. Yeah, Avek's doing a series at the moment where he's doing a lot of fancy network stuff. I've never got into that, even after so many years of playing. Over 3 years now, I believe, of playing. I've still barely done anything with networks. I just do a couple of basic things with wiring, like oil levels and stuff like that. And I never really bother with anything else. I know the basics of it. I've just not learned all the fancy stuff, and I've not bothered trying to implement it. I leave that to people like Avek, who find that stuff sort of more interesting than me. Right, let's hope these grenades are enough that one can take out trees, and I'll just clear out this area, and we'll start with our work. In the meantime... Yeah, oh, we have a dedicated server with 1 gigabyte, gigabits, isn't it? Gigabit internet up and down, that's nice. You just host it for that. That would be cool. Definitely help. Oh, car. Can I make cars yet? Am I at that level? Oh, I totally am. I can make engines as well. Yeah, that's what I'll do then. Once I get back to the base, I will build a car, and I'll never have to walk again from A to B because it is too slow. Is there oil here? I can't actually see. I thought there was. I'm not so sure anymore. Ow. I should not throw grenades at myself. That is dumb. Have we got them all? One there, one there, one there. We're basically, we'll make a couple more. Good to have them around. Let's see. Will me and E do more of this game together? Possible. Wow, things are coming out very dark on your end, I think. Whereas I can see really well. It's annoying, stupid YouTube ruining everything. But thank you very much, Meltipalti95, for 150 sec. Swedish Valfard checking out. I hope I pronounced that vaguely right. Working tomorrow. Happy New Year's, everyone. Thank you very much, Meltipalti. That is awesome. And greatly appreciated. This is quite the crazy stream we're having. Where's this oil? There was another bit of oil. Where is it? It's hiding. Is it there? It's still hiding. Oh, it's there. There it is. Hidden under the remains of the trees. Right, there we go. That's everything properly cleared. Let's put down our pumps. and work out a system of connecting them. Well, that's not going to work. Let's just place what we have first and then work out other things. We've missed one. It's the one up here. Ah, it highlights them when you hold a pump jack. That's convenient. Research landmines next on the list. I guess laser turret damage. Might as well. Why not host a game on a proper server? I don't have one, but I'm now being offered them, so that's definitely helpful. Maybe I should do a separate QA stream so I can actually play the game. That's fair. I know it's. I didn't expect this to happen, to be honest. That's part of the reason that things have been a bit derailed by all the discussion. Like, I don't think I got a single super chat last stream I got, so I just assumed it was going to continue like that, and then this has happened. Alright, let's see if we can make some sort of vaguely nice-looking connection system here. I never like connecting these up because they always end up weird. I try and use lots of underground pipes, but then nothing can line up nicely. Let's do that, and then this. That sort of works. The wind outside is continuing to pick up. Oh dear. Right. That's everything connected into one network, I think, apart from these three. Just have these all like this, I suppose. And then, oh, well, what we'll do is we'll have that up there. Then something like this. That's nice. Connect that up to there, that up to there. And then this over to here. And that, and that. There we go. How's chat doing? Finally oil. Hey, I didn't say I was going to get this done straight away. I had to deal with the iron thing first. And I don't like oil anyway. How long left in the stream? Good hour yet. A while. Yeah, I seem very popular in Scandinavia, especially considering that it is past midnight right now, but I guess everyone's getting ready for New Year's Eve when they'll be... Yeah, you gotta stay up for midnight, of course. Right, let's actually get these connected up to power. We don't have substations yet, so we'll just have to use standard boring poles. But that's fine. Just try and be efficient with these. Oh, can we? No, we can't connect to that. We can do that. We can do... Oh! I try and be sparing with these if I can, but it often doesn't work out. There, and then one here. Sort of connected to everything, potentially. We can't stretch to there, so we'll go up, and then that. And I'm getting behind on things. Scourge one, another $2. Burn the trees, they lie. I need them, though. I need them for pollution. Already, we're getting very close to these biters, and I'm scared. We need as many trees as we can get to try and hold off the pollution. A bit derailed. Okay, that's... I mean... You know, rails and not being on rails is what we're all about, I suppose. Dragon Rick Lord, another £5. Well, I'm off for the night, so if everything goes alright. Thanks for coming, Dragon Rick Lord. And thank you very much for your super chats. They are the superest of chats. Paper Plane says, I'm sorry, but at least now my credit card is empty. You're going to have to wait at least another 2 days for me to keep continuing to spy you with money. Okay, fair enough. I cannot complain. As an hour ago, we said 2 hours. Yeah, yeah, another hour to go. Can't wait for me to go back to my base. How's my base doing? I'm sure it's fine-ish, right? Iron's okay. Okay, the gears have died. Gears are an issue. Yeah, they're now the limiting factor, actually. It'll seesaw, though. Now that the gears are limited, the iron's going to build up, and that'll make more go into the gears, and eventually it'll strike some sort of balance somewhere in the middle. In the meantime, we'll do more research and continue the work on the oil. Trangeric Lord, another £2. Sorry, morning. Really? You did a super chat just to correct your previous comment? Wow. Thank you very much. It's 132 in New Zealand. Why did I say 32? That says 53. My ability to read numbers is terrible, it would seem. Right, where are we going to build our refineries? We've got to worry about space here, that's the thing. We'll probably end up having like rows of refineries, like that way maybe. That would seem to make a bit of sense. Then have our tanks off to this side here. Maybe the other side. Now we'll have it stretching out in this direction because I feel like that makes sense. We want to use this space for smelters, and we'll need a lot of space for smelters. I'm leaving a lot open, and then we can put other stuff in that space if we need to, like train stations and things like that. So yeah, we'll put our refineries here, and our tanks here. That's my thinking. So we're going to need a lot more grenades. And we're going to need to clear out all this forest, which is not good. We don't want that, but this is the space I want to use. And so I'm going to use it. You're going to kill the pollution with these pump jacks. You mean generate pollution with the pump jacks, I assume? Until you're ready, don't turn on the oil since that'll generate all the pollution for those biters. Well, at the moment, if I just, like, let things run when they can run, it'll probably be better rather than have it all just kick in suddenly, because then that will mean a sudden wave of pollution. Like, at the moment the pipes are full, that's good. What I'll even do, in fact, because the pollution's receded a little bit now, so now what I'll do is I'll build a tank somewhere. Just hide it in amongst this stuff. That'll set these off for a while again, the pollution will come out again, and then it'll recede again once that tank is full. That's my logic. And we'll just clear out all these for now. And then this way or this way? That way. That's my thinking. We'll leave a bit of space here. Like a good 6, I think. And we'll leave 1, 2, 3, 4 space here. Yeah, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's where we'll have our first one. And later on there'll be a lot of moving and stuff. And then we'll just connect this up to the network of oil. And I'm out of pipes. I think we need to go back to base and get more materials. I did not prepare enough pipes before I came on this particular mission. I underestimated it, as I always do when I'm building oil stuff. Watching this from about 40 minutes back, I can see Peachy and Sheepdog's madness rubbing off on me. Oh dear. How long till I get rails up and running? I don't know. It depends on when I get rid of the stone that's blocking the rails, mainly, I think. Hold on, I'm going to do more stuff, but also things are happening in the chat again. Day pollution dissipates off the map to the north and south. I think it doesn't, because there seems to be a lot building up, but it's hard to say, really. I'd have to do some better testing, or just ask the devs. I don't really know. I'm not sure if they know. Paul Grove, £2. What's the best way to make contact for free host? I guess send me an email or a YouTube message. Probably an email, because YouTube messages are finicky, and often I don't get any notifications about them, because YouTube is terrible. So an email is the better way. But I very much appreciate the offer. That is awesome. Featherblade has given 100 New Zealand dollars. Okay. That's cool. Someone mentioned Kiwi, so it's time for New Zealand to join in. It's 2 PM right now, and I'm glad Bentham's focused on the factory again. Well, now you've gone and distracted me. But thank you very much for that. That is awesome. Right, let's make a stack of underground pipes. We're clearly going to need it. And then let's replenish our iron again, and then make a good 100 pipes. Because we're clearly going to need those as well. Can I keep throwing grenades? It makes it brighter. Okay, yeah, I will sort out lights. I'll bring some lights. Damn it, YouTube. The thing is, I can see fine, but you can't, and so it's easy to forget that I need to add lights everywhere because it's not a problem for me. It's stupid. YouTube just doesn't deal well with darkness. But yeah, the nice reactions there of bloody hell, holy, and stuff. This is very crazy right now. Speaker, I sent you a YouTube mail. Should I resend the messages mail? Because you told me you've sent it, I know to go check it. So I will check that at the end of the stream. Make my car when I'm here? Yes, good point. I will do that. Right. But I'm also trying to catch up on the chat again. Please build a car. Okay, I'll build a car. Everyone's saying build a car. I'll build a car. I need engines. Engines are the issue. Also, we've done more research. Flamethrowers, why not? Engines, engines, engines. They need pipes and gears and steel. Yes, they do. I can throw those together over here, perhaps. Or probably a better thing to do would be to siphon off a bit of steel and send it down this way somehow. There, sure. Run it this way. Underground belt it down to there and then there. Or there, I guess. Then we'll plonk down an assembler once we have one. I'm currently making 1,000,000 pipes and lights. Let's cancel the lights and get back to those later. So we can focus on this. Generally make some more inserters and stuff. And some wooden chests. And then we'll queue up some more lights. Afraid of the Dark mod is good for YouTube. Yeah, I should probably just install a mod that fixes that. Makes a fair bit of sense. I think there's plenty that do that. Thank you, Pinecone. You better go do some gardening. When's next stream? I don't know. I don't plan these at all in advance. I had the vague idea yesterday that, hey, I should do a stream soon. And I was like, should I do it today? And I was like, nah, we'll do it tomorrow. And today I was like, yes, let's do it tomorrow. As in today. Because tomorrow became today because the time passed. I'm good at saying words. Let's get rid of that, because why is that even there? And then just have this right here, and then this here, and then this, and also not this, because I'm going to do this instead. And then I can have a chest, and this will make pipes, and this will make engines. I'll limit this a bit, but not much. Run this into here. Cover it all with power. And then this needs to sneak around here and run over to here, where this can grab it and unload it here. And later on we'll make a better version of this on the main bus, but for now we're just trying to get this working. And there we have it, engine production. Messy but operational, and in a minute we'll have a car. On your headphones you can make out the door. Yeah, it's getting worse. The wind is continuing to pick up, and it's, I think, breaking through the noise gate, or at least being heard while I'm talking in the background, and it's happening a lot. It's good, it gives you, like, it's immersive, you feel like you're in the storm. Did I ever pave a whole factory in Factorio? No, generally I pave the bits I need and then I forget about the rest of it and never get around to it. But I'm gonna pave it all this time because there's not that much to pave. I'm compressing everything into a small space, and so I'll only have a small space to pave, and it'll be very easy to completely cover the entire thing. Wow, Event Horizon, that is awesome. That is the thing of, because it's all random currencies, I have no idea what any of them really are. Though, the one way I can tell is that YouTube seems to have a system where it lights up the super chat in a different color depending on the size of the super chat. So I can get a rough estimate from that. And then I can see how long it takes for that to disappear, and it's not even begun to disappear, that New Zealand one. What science next? Combat robot damage. Right. Are we at 8 yet? We're at 6. I think it's 8 that we need, isn't it? Yes, it is. How are we for other stuff? We need more iron. And we're fine on gears, actually. What do we need? Let's just make, like, 5 chemical plants, because I'm sure we'll need them. Not better put a dent in what we have. And I think we're good everywhere else, because we've got loads of underground pipes, and also standard pipes. We're not got them being stored as well, so I can just grab them from here. That should be good. You think that I should get a 0.16 Factorio speedrun record? Have you seen how I play? Have you seen how slow I am? Speedrun's not for me. No. I'm not good at them. I don't try to be good at them. I've never had any particular interest in doing speedruns. I want to enjoy this game, and enjoying this game for me involves being very slow. Yeah, storm's supposed to hit you tomorrow. Yeah, I imagine it's progressing fairly slowly. Apparently all the main trouble is for people in Ireland. I think it's weakened a bit by the time it gets to the main, to Britain. According to some people on Factorio, I see the server should withstand 300 people. But after very few hours, people will have a hard time keeping up and drop. Yeah, I think that's the main issue that those things come into, is that a lot of people can't keep up with the factory anymore because it becomes too complex because of how many people are in it. The map gets huge, the factories get crazy, and people can't run it anymore. Ian Douglas, $10 dollars? Is that Australian, maybe? Apparently so. Thank you very much. Can't let those Kiwi folk have all the glory. We're having just wars all over the world at this point. There's a reason I choose to stream on YouTube, because the main reason, I don't know if it's really that good a reason, but it's just a case of, like, at some point I might switch to Twitch, but I haven't yet, and the main reason that I didn't start with Twitch is because their partnership contracts say that you can't stream on other platforms at all. That is one of their clauses. They say if you stream with us, you cannot stream with anyone else, and YouTube doesn't say that. So I picked the one that doesn't limit me. And also, it makes a bit of sense because I'm on YouTube already, and that's where my audience is, and so when I stream it comes up in subscriber feeds and stuff, and so it makes a bit of sense. But I'm still open to switching. I'm still considering it. I'm weighing up the options, and there's definite advantages to Twitch. But there's also, particularly today, definite advantages to YouTube. Oh, it's supposed to cause flooding and lots of destruction. Oh, that's not good to hear. I'm lucky in that I live on top of a hill, so I never have to worry about that myself. But a lot of places near, like, basically, Lancashire seems fine. Everywhere around Lancashire seems to suffer quite badly from flooding and issues like that. Yorkshire, Cumbria, and all that have problems. When I went to look around York University before I went there, it had just been flooded, and parts of the campus were still flooded while we were touring around it, which was interesting. But it never flooded while I was there, funnily enough. I think it even flooded just after I left, as well as just before I arrived. So I managed to somehow be there in the 4-year window of not flooding. Right, oh, we need to get our engines to build the car. I was about to set off, and I'm like, wait, I have no car on me. This is not acceptable. Yeah, I'm only limited to Twitch if I get partnered, but that would be the goal if I went on Twitch. We'll do rocketry. Yeah, we've got loads now. We can make a tank, I think, with that, but we don't have the technology yet. But there is our car. And actually, I'll take some spare engines for if and when the car explodes, because it's a definite possibility that it might happen. Let's plonk this here. Let's sit in here. Let's give it some coal. And let's drive over to grab a bunch of grenades first, just so we have those handy. Ah, this is much better. Oh yeah, there's some oil right there. Maybe I should have pumped that, really. Fair bit of oil around the place, so I think I cranked all the oil stuff up to maximum because I just can't be bothered with oil. I don't like oil, so I just make there be oil everywhere. Which seems counterintuitive, honestly. What's the stack size of grenades? Oh, it's 100. Good. We'll just get a full 100 of them. Get a bit of ammo as well while we're here. But there we go. Exactly 100. I pride myself in being able to do that with items in Factorio. Alright, let's get a bit of ammo in the car in case we have an emergency situation in which we need it. And now we'll try and drive our way over to the oil, but I think we'll have to dismantle the car and reconstruct it on the other side of this mess because it's quite a mess. Let me see. Sneak through here. And then up here. Steady. Easy does it. Oops, squeak through that. Oh, perfect. And, yeah. Forgot about that bit. Okay, let's take apart the car. Walk across to here. Put the car down. The best mode of transport. Oh, we've got a bunch of old ammo. Let's stick that in the car. That's probably fine. Crap. We'll just ram it. Brute force our way through the forest. I don't want to grenade this because we don't want to build here right now, and I need these to protect me from pollution reaching the biters. And here we are. I think you're like an opposite magnetic pole to flooding. You get magnetized on your no flooding hill, and I see what you're going for there. Yeah, I'm clearly I clearly repel flooding. I repel water, perhaps in general, and so where I live never gets flooded because I am there. And then when I went to York, I was protecting it from flooding the entire time, and as soon as I left, the protection was gone and the flooding returned. Very irresponsible of me. In fact, I think it flooded once during like the summer or the Christmas holidays while I was away, and then the flooding was gone by the time I got back. So yes, this theory stands. This is clearly the case. I am magic, and I prevent flooding wherever I go. I must use this power for good and not evil. I have been given a great responsibility. Okay, let's grenade this stuff here. And then this will be where our tanks go. We'll probably keep it fairly limited, just to like a standard set of 4 tanks per thing. Something like this. What's the gap we've got here? 1, 2, let's measure it out with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's make it like 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we'll do it like that. Have I counted that right? No, that's 9. How did I do that? It needs to be here. There. And then a similar thing here. And we'll want our cracking plants. We've got to work out a good way of having those. So I'm going to go for... Normally I'd do that, but I think I want a space of that much. Is that how much I use? I'm trying to remember because I have this fancy system. It's something like this. That seems... I can't remember exactly what it is, but I think that's the gap I need. So it's quite a large gap between each one. But that's because we've got to worry about how much space we have to work with. So a space of 12 between each set of them means I can fit a double thick cracking plant chain in between each one. And that's important. And I finished rocketry. So next we'll do rocket damage. Not that we're going to be using rockets for a very long time. The car doesn't have a gun. I beg to differ. That is a gun, and it totally works. You may be thinking of older versions of Factorio where that wasn't the case, but nowadays they do have guns, and it's awesome. Right, we want some pipes running along here. This is where we'll feed into the tanks from the refineries. So this is going to be petroleum gas. So we'll just do that. Actually, we won't do that because we've got to account for the other ones and how they'll interfere and so on. This will be light oil. Don't know where to put that. We'll work it out in a sec. Then this is heavy oil. And we'll just connect them up like this. Run this down to like there. We'll do it like that, I suppose. There's a vague system going on. And then I have a bit of underground pipes here, I think. Doesn't make sense there. That should do it. Leave it easy to walk around everything and so on. We'll set... Have I got this right? Yes, yes I have. So then we need to actually set this in motion. Berate him for not doing more Railworld. I know. Well, I've said I'm finishing Railworld. It's done. If there's ever another episode, it will be the finale. It'll be a send-off. That series has finished. The intention at some point is to do another one, probably a marathon Railworld. That's been my thinking. But I've sort of put that on hold for doing this instead. So at times when I'm like, I should record another thing, I'm like, nah, I'll stream instead. Let's do that. Because I've been in a streaming mood recently. I've been feeling more like doing that a lot. There we go. We have our basic oil system operational. Next up, we need to get plastic being made. That's the only thing we need right now, just the plastic. We don't need petroleum. No, we don't need sulfuric acid yet because of the changes in 0.15. We'll see how pollution holds up now. It could start to be an issue. And these guys could start to be a problem. I've already got medium biters. Do we have spitters yet? I don't see any. But they'll be a bit rarer. Either way, medium biters are a concern. I could stream Factorio on Twitch and Vista Cleanup on YouTube. I think... Like, if I wanted to be a Twitch partner, then I think they wouldn't allow that. And that's the issue that it all comes back down to. Is that I would want to be a Twitch partner, and if I was, they would not let me also stream on YouTube, unless maybe I could negotiate. Depends. It seems like they're maybe becoming more relaxed about it now, but I've also heard about people getting emails from Twitch when they stream elsewhere, enforcing the contract and stuff. Read the same thing. Maybe what I'm referring to is something from the past. What was this about? I'm going to have to scroll for this one. What have I missed? Have I got confused about something? Oh, it's talking about the streaming. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the current situation is. Who knows? But we finished rocket damage, so we'll research rocket shooting speed. Continuing to work our way through. Pollution is spreading. I am concerned. I talk about stopping flooding in the name of evil being easy because I can ruin, I think if I just repel water in general, then I can cause droughts in localized areas and mess with farms and things like that, so it's a dangerous superpower to possess. Yeah, let's go up here and... Oh, we need coal, don't we? Yes, we do. Where's the nearest coal? Oh dear. Oh dear. Right, coal's a long way away. That is a bit of an issue. It is a bit of a spoke in our wheels here. That we need to get our coal transported many miles from here to here. I forgot that that was a requirement. And if I turn pollution off, maybe I can spot any small coal deposits around? Anything at all? Nope, there's none. So we got to transport this by train, but that would require ripping up everything we have. Or we've got to find some more coal beyond the wall. I wonder if it's time to try attacking the biters out there. I'm gonna risk it. This could backfire horrifically. But I've got a load of grenades, and I've got a car, and stuff like that, and I hope I've auto-saved recently. Let's invent gates. Just grab like 4 of them and stick them in the middle here or something. There we go. And now we have 4 useless walls that I'll never have a purpose for. Oh. I looked at the chat for a second and missed the door. Right. It's a lot of biters. But we have a lot of guns here. So we might be okay. So point, if you can't control whether or not you can repel water, then how do you shower or drink? Probably the more important bit. How do you actually not die within a few hours, well, okay, a few days, I guess, of thirst? Unless you don't need to drink, because that is part of your superpower of you repelling all water, that you don't require water to live. Bringing the oil back makes a bit of sense, but that would also require transport by train. That's no good. And repelling water during a hailstorm, you'd be a walking shrapnel grenade, going off repeatedly. Yeah, that's... The more I think about this, the more this is a very deadly, dangerous thing. Alright, some people are shouting no about this particular plan I have here, but I'm going to go for it. Let's see if I can take out a couple of bases at least. Okay, I can't do very much damage, but I can probably take down some bases. We can have our defensive line deal with a lot of the attacking biters. Follow me. Wait for things to die down and go in for another attack run. This could take a while, I'll admit. One down. Can I get the other down? Yes, I can. Run away. Get this base. Oh, that was close. I'm going to try and get this quickly before I run away again. Oh, this plan's totally going to work. I don't think I have enough ammo for it. Oh, and neither do the guns. Whoops. Okay, let's not continue until we have some better ammo supplies here, because we don't have much. Yeah, I was thinking, should I check the ammo? Nah, I'm sure it's fine. That was my first mistake. Alright, let's go back and get more ammo. We need bigger guns. We're going to do this. We're going to take out the biters. We're going to advance. We're going to find some coal, I hope. This is a silly plan, really, because the odds of me actually finding coal particularly soon are relatively slim. And so I will probably have to resort to just bringing in coal from outside. In fact, there is something I can do. I mean, if nothing else, I could, like... I could just belt it over, but it's gonna be so bad. But I'm already gonna have to belt over the plastic anyway, unless I get a train. So what I should probably do is set up a train that runs from here to here for the moment, and just start with that. Also, we've done some research. Energy shields. I don't need a tank for these attacks. It's early game, it's fine. Wasn't symmetrical. Oh, this is not going well, but in a way that's good, because it means we're getting through this ore deposit in the middle of the base. Yeah, what's it down to now? Yeah, it's like halved, I think, since the start of the stream or something like that. Not too terrible. It's getting slower and slower, the mining progress, but we're getting there. Yeah, I have armor-piercing rounds, but I didn't have many of them, so I was expecting that to use them up fairly rapidly. I will go and grab what there is of armor-piercing rounds from the main base. From the main bus, even. Because I suppose that isn't the main base. And then I will fill in the rest with standard ammo. And the turrets will use standard ammo, and maybe I'll use armor-piercing in the tank, in the car even. What do I need for the tank? Can I actually unlock that yet? No, it requires blue science. Curses. Tank cannons? Yeah, I don't have a tank yet. One thing at a time. There we go, this is built up nicely. Shield the car? That's another thing I can do. I think you're thinking about a mod there. A mod I do not have installed, but should, because it's an awesome mod. I mean, it's a mod that literally just enables the thing that the devs put in because they thought we'd like it. Mini rails that go from oil to the closest base and then belt the coal to... Yeah, that makes sense. That is, I think, the plan I'm going to go for. Because it involves trains. And that's always good. So, let's just make a whole bunch of rails. As much as we can. And then... I guess a cargo wagon... Oh no, it's just going to be cargo wagons at this stage. No fluid wagons. And then we need some engines to make the locomotive. Zzz. Turret creep? I could do that, but the car seems to be working fairly well as it stands. Coal is looking good. Everything's full up, which is nice because we're about to siphon some of it off and send it to the oil outpost. Make a chest for piercing ammo. Good point. Should have done that. Also, I need standard ammo. I forgot about that. Let's go back for that at least. And just get as much as we can, really. Finished researching the energy shield. Rocket damage 2. Grab everything that's there. That should cover us, right? Probably. Maybe not for the entire base, actually, but we'll see. How's this going? Are all these miners still running? There's a few that aren't, but I think it's fine. It's meaning that this is built up, which is the more important thing. And we're mining the bottom sections, which are the important things as well. Right, we'll reverse. Out of the way. And we'll start building our rail thing here. And annoyingly, this is another thing that I commented on in the previous stream that was then fixed in the following update. You can't do the clicky thing anymore. You can't just endlessly click and build out a railway off ahead of you. You've now got to walk with it and mouse over the bit you need to... Actually, you can still sort of remotely build, but it's not as good. It's more limited now. You've got to actually be able to see where you're building. Ugh. First world Factorio problems. Factorio world problems? Probably a better thing to call them. There we go, it survived. I was wondering if the power pole might die when I grenaded it. There we go. Oh, damn it, I tried to just avoid that. There we go. Can I... Oh, I can't even... I've got to be stood next to the section of rail to start building on it. Though I can at least then do that. It works. Oh, I didn't get engines. Ah, crap. Need those for the train. Hello, TC Topcat. I have noticed you. It is a strange thing. That whole thing about wanting YouTubers to sort of acknowledge your existence, say your name, that sort of thing. Because I used to be a bit like that. I used to get really excited if a YouTuber would read out a comment on a stream or whatever, or a streamer would read out a comment and stuff like that. And now I am one, and now people do it to me, and I'm like, but why? Why do you care that I say your name? I'm just a guy that makes videos. I guess I'm broadcasting your name to a bunch of people. But what is the purpose of it? It is a weird phenomenon. Map view, what about it? Oh, with that I can build further. Quite possibly, yeah. Oh, house pollution. It's holding. And we're about to kill that base anyway. But oh, that's dangerously close to that one. We might start getting attacks on here soon. That's travelled a long way, that pollution as well. I mean, so is this actually, even further. But it's now being sort of boosted by the fact we've got something at the end of it. Right, all the engines. Also should probably limit those. There we go. And back we go once again. Oh, we should probably do with some more steel, maybe. Just to be good. And that'll serve us pretty well. Trains possible in 2 less squares. I covered this last stream. I can do that, but then I can't do the stations properly. The signals don't fit. Specifically, this signal doesn't fit if I have it smaller, because I can't put it there. It doesn't work. That was why I ended up going with this standard design. I might be proven wrong. You could make systems like that and then have a different style of station. But this is the style I'm fine with, so let's get this built. Oh, that's right, I have to build out from here so I can build back from here. And fill all of this in. And then run it back up here. Whoops, too far. Messed that up a bit. We are all just part of the machine, no need for names. Yeah, there's a couple of people right now making a case for the community being known as the machine, and its members being known as cogs in the machine, which is an interesting idea. I might go with it. I am terrible at thinking up, like, a community name, and I've been trying to come up with something for a while and just not really got anywhere. Is that the system? Is that what I've got on the other end? Yeah. Yeah, I think I worked that out last time, and it all made sense. And now it's got, look, it's got the visualization. Look how cool it is. It shows you how the blocks work and helps your brain to comprehend it, and it's fantastic. And it makes me redundant. I don't need to make a tutorial anymore explaining blocks because they're literally just shown. And it's great. And yeah, this is an unconventional thing, and in a normal map it probably wouldn't work, but because of the specific limitations of a Ribbonworld map, this does operate and doesn't break, even if there's multiple trains using the same station. Even with these here, because they'll always leave by the way they entered. But if 2 trains are trying to visit from the same end, it won't work. Because the train will come up to here, and then the other train will want to leave by the same route. That's something I didn't consider before. But I think I can fix that. And this is going to make everyone go crazy, because I don't usually do this. It's probably too strong to say that I have a vendetta against rail chain signals. It's more that I'm basically messing with people who don't like the fact that I don't use rail chain signals, but I basically never use chain signals, but I think they fix this problem. Because if I put one, does it have to be, I think it's just here? It's only trains coming from this direction, so I think it's just here. And is that all I need? Because then the train will only go this way if... Yeah, that's all I need, I think. And now, if a train comes this way, parks up here, and another train comes up this way, it will wait here before this train leaves. Before it goes into there. I think that works. And we need to do that on the other side as well. And I need to modify the thingy, the blueprint for that. And I believe the same applies here. The train would come from here. It would want to go up to there. It needs to wait for the other one to leave via that route. So this needs to be a chain... Oh no, this needs to be a chain signal. That could also be one, but there's no reason for it to be. I think that works. Tell me if it doesn't. But I believe that is correct. And we'll put in the stations. Oh, and that's right. I need 3 wagon trains. I forgot. Unconventional, but it's how it's going to have to work here. Right, let's watch the... Let's watch chat's response to me using chain signals, for once. See, an odd number of train cars means that these two line up perfectly, and so the train can come from either direction and unload into the middle 3, and it will work. You just saw a notification. How much longer? Not long, I'm afraid. The target time for these is 2 hours, and we're at 1 hour 50, I'm afraid. You have to make different train paths separate. Well, they're separate now, right? I'm pretty sure this works. It may look to some like it doesn't, but we'll wait till it's tested. I'm not going to say that I'm sure that it will work, but I'm confident that it will work. And I believe that there is a certain way in which it will look like it doesn't, that won't actually be a problem. And before I leave, I should blueprint this because I'm about to use this. So, delete the old one. And make a new one. Whoops. Oh, that's a book. I've made a book. I don't want a book. Have I got that in my inventory now? Just delete that for the moment. I don't have enough blueprints to warrant having a book. To there. Get rid of those. And I think that's all good. And let's call that rail station. We finished rocket damage, so rocket shooting speed. And now I'm going to hop in the car and set off this way. How much do we have in terms of rails? Oh, we don't have enough. I'll double back and get more stone. And on my way back, I will actually sort out the supplying of the coal. And to get the coal through here, I think we'll just use more landfill. I sort of plan on filling in this whole thing eventually, so what we'll do is we'll run some landfill along the top here. Just 2 of it. I don't know if I can get all the way across. I probably can't. Nope, I've run out. I should have done 1 first, and then done the second, and been able to resupply from over there. As it is, I'm going to have to run back around. What height is my Ribbonworld? It is precisely 64 tiles high. 2 blocks. But I believe because I've done it like that, the adjacent blocks are counted for pollution, whereas if I made it 62, then it wouldn't have done that. And that might affect how pollution works, but 64 seems like a good number. Could have made it smaller, but I don't care so much about the extremely cramped space as the fact that the world is in a line. The fact that the world is in a line is what matters. And the working within a small space is a secondary part of the challenge. And I've noticed that we are completely backed up on stone, and that's no good. How much have we got left? 20,000 still. How much is in 1 chest? 2,000. We need another 10 chests of this stuff, basically. But what I am going to do is make a load of landfill. Damn, I'm running out of space because everything's getting full of rails. How much is that? That's 91 queued up, a little bit more. 100. That'll leave that running for a little bit, but not long. We need a better solution. I mean, the solution is more storage. I don't know why I'm trying to act like there's some fancy thing to do here. The solution is more chests. It is as simple as that. So I will just add that. Along both sides, I suppose. I've got to wait for these to be done. But I can't cancel them because I'll flood my inventory with stone and it'll be a nightmare. Also, this one iron ore is annoying. I'm going to dump it. No chains needed. You sure? I think I did need 2 chains for that. Oh, sheepdog's here. Needs more pocket crafting. I'm doing plenty at the moment. So I'm sort of there. Right. Dump all these in here. That should be enough to empty out this deposit entirely and give us space to run our rails through. What else do we need? Not much right now, which is good because we've got no inventory space. Just general resupplying. Bit of more iron we can grab. Belts we need more, I'd say. There we go. And I think we're fairly good. So let's hop over. Actually, I do have one. I knew I had to have one somewhere. I have a storage chest for wood. Made of wood, of course. So we'll just dump our spare wood in here. There. Oop, this is finished. Copper ore supply is still fine. Iron ore supply, terrible. It's getting really bad here. How's this deposit doing? 44k, barely changed from last time, but all the outer miners have run out. We've only got 8 miners that can still mine, which is bad. It's going to take forever for those to get through it, unfortunately. But they won't interfere with the operation of the factory, so it's not the end of the world. And what we'll do is take our landfill and run it along here, and then we'll go get a coal line. And then we'll have a plastic line that'll run down here, I believe. So our coal line will go this way, and our plastic line will go this way. And they'll somehow have to maneuver around this. Or not, because we won't do that. We'll have this line here, and this line here, and then they'll turn a corner immediately. This seems like a better plan for the moment, and then they'll merge with all this mess here. It's getting a bit weird. A lot of different things having to run through this particular area. It's just going to get worse over time. I'm sorry to inform you. Just run that one, I think. I think that's fine. It's just one of the split-offs, and we can just send it this way. This we can sort out later. It's going to go somewhere around here. I don't know. It doesn't matter. And then we'll run this way. And stuff's happening in the chat. 2 chunks extra, something about pollution. Treated as water. Yeah, it counts as water tiles. So I think maybe there's like 1 water tile here, and then that means that these chunks exist or something like that. Benchmark some designs already. Look at the previous Ribbonworld video comment for more details. That was about the rail stations, wasn't it? I forgot to look at those. Artillery cannons is all I need. Yep, it's going to be awesome when I get there. I hope they fix the... Oh, they're no longer... Yeah, the issues with things... Like, you can't get compressed belts anymore. It just doesn't work, damn it. And there are certain ways, but it's a real pain. And I'm sad. But, I mean, it was exploits. It was an exploit, the whole thing of using... What do you call it? Using underground belts for compression. It was a cheat. But man, was it convenient, and now that it's gone, it's such a pain. Oh. Right, let's just run the coal belt like this. But also, shortly after that, when will be the next... hold on. When will be the next Peachy Sheepy and Mangled Pork collaboration thing? I don't know. Soon, probably next week, I would imagine. And then Makoto the Knight has donated $20, so I don't know how much I would need to pay to have you collab Factorio with Sheepdog and Peachy again, but I hope this helps. Always good to watch you have fun with this. Fair enough, yes. Well, funnily enough, just before then was the comment about whether I should do that, and I believe the plan is to continue fairly soon. There was just a bit of a break because I was away in the midweek for a couple of weeks and couldn't make it. And I'm no longer away, so I can start doing that again. There we go. This extremely efficient high-tech thing. What am I doing here? Hang on, let me at least underground belt this. I can't be bothered making it better, so this is what you're getting. You're getting this crappy system here, and then there's going to be, like, 4 chests. We don't need a lot. I'll even make them wooden. Just trying to commit as much heresy as possible right now. Connect these up here. Wire that in. Put that there. And then over here and that. Make some red ammo, please. I'm making it somewhere. It's just too far away. It takes time to get to. Pocket crafted nukes, that would take a while. Is that even possible? I don't know. Probably not. I imagine the number of things you need for that makes it pretty difficult. I get a ton of pollution absorption since void tiles get treated as water, which has the highest absorption, does it? I didn't realize water had the highest pollution absorption. I thought it was somewhere between grass and desert. That's neat. By using splitters the same way as you did underground belt. Actually, I have been implementing in some of my old factory systems that use the... Hold on, I need to limit this. We don't want that much. Just a little bit of coal. And I guess we can take the train. Wait, which way? It's this way, and then it's down, isn't it? That's the system. Yes. What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Damn it. I got distracted by too many things. Oh yeah, I've been implementing a splitter-based system of sorting out, like, smelting columns and stuff, but it's not the same. It's not as good. The undergrounds were better. I miss them dearly. Can I mine this? Oh, I can totally mine it while in a train. I think that's a change. I think you used to not be able to do that. I can just never leave the train, except when... Actually, no, I can just cut the trees. Can I? Oh, I can't cut the trees while in the train. But can I throw grenades while I'm in the train? Yes, I can. This is a good plan. And we can move up a bit more. This is clearly the superior way of transport. I will fix everything later. Also the train. I refuse to accept any opposing views on the validity of this transportation method. It is clearly the most efficient. And the damage is only minor, so it's fine. Grenade train for the win. And we've arrived. In fact, it's gone a bit too far, because now I need to go back so it can actually... Oh, wait, there's debris in the void! Look at it! It's magic. No one understands it. Oh, it's gone. It's disappeared into nothingness forever. Well, let's go back and fix the damage. Paper Plane is given another super chat of €5. Hey, found some more money. Unfortunately, I'm really tired and need to work tomorrow. Bye, guys. See you later, Paper Plane. I hope I managed to say goodbye before you left, because that was a couple minutes ago. I'm very bad at keeping track of these. Why not run it on the inside of the rail? Run what on the inside of the rail? I am confused. Oh, the coal. Because that would be the clever thing to do. Suggesting a mess, but with sheepdog because he starts with an S. It would end in murder. I don't know who would do it and who would... Well, sheepdog would be the subject of the murder. Who would do the murdering would be difficult to say. The ultimate battle train. A weapon to surpass Metal Gear. I will put the other rail in. Rocket launching train ride. That's the next step of this this process. The logical conclusion. Nearly there. Can I? I can totally just place over the... Wait, did I do it? Yeah, I did. We are connected. The rail network is in place. Who needs artillery wagons when you have the grenade train? Range is more limited, admittedly. But, it's got its own merits. What they are, we're still working out. I mean, you can get it a lot earlier in terms of research. It's going to be a long time before we can have an artillery train. So there's your advantage. That's all you need. It's the poor man's, the unscienced man's thing. Artillery train. Somewhat butchered that term there. What did you miss? Lots of stuff. Currency wars across many continents with a focus on Europe. That happened, and now I'm doing oil stuff. And once this is operational, we'll have our plastic being delivered, and we'll probably finish it there. We didn't get to blue science, but I suspected as much, and we'll be in a very good position to do blue science in the next stream. Need to chop down trees without accidentally cancelling parts of the blueprint. That'll do it. We need more rails, looks like. Flame trains, that's an interesting one. Well, yeah, if we now get like a new wagon that does close range damage, then we'll have trains that can completely defend themselves while also clearing out biter bases. And that will be wonderful. But unlikely, because it would also be overpowered. As it is, artillery trains are already crazy. That looks about right. You're saddened by the recent nerfing of the fluid wagon and barrels. That's fair. They changed a lot with that. I think the only thing I'm sad about is that you can't have 3 different fluids in one wagon anymore. And I do see their logic. It does make a fair bit of sense to limit that, because it was overpowered. You would know, like, when are you going to need to transport more than 3 fluids in one like on one train? It's never going to happen. So you just need one fluid wagon, and you'd never need anything else. And so I think it's fair that they changed that and made it a little bit more difficult. That also looks right. Yep, it's symmetrical. All signals are in place, all rails are in place. We are looking good. We need the stations. And then we'll park the train up here, unload the coal, make it into plastic, load the plastic, and be on our way. What are the stations called? Let's look at the names. Always good to look at those. Supporters of the game: Liam Herrick, Cyric the Nalarian, Mark Chapman, and Dr. Horrible. All higher tier supporters of Factorio. In a sense, it's sort of weird because it's not like Kickstarter tiers. They just had their own tier system within the Factorio website, which they used. And I'm in that name list, and to this day, I still haven't encountered anything with my name in it. The reason, of course, being that there are just too many people that support Factorio and wanted to be on that list. That is just a huge list, and names will very rarely come up. Funny thing is, I remember when I first started playing that there was a very small selection of names, and so you would very quickly get like multiple stations with the same name, which was cool. You'd keep seeing the same ones come up. How much longer am I streaming? Not long at all. We are past the 2-hour mark, which is when I aim for. So we're finishing very soon. I just want to get the plastic being delivered to the main bus before we finish for today. So, an unloading system here. I'm just throwing it together, really. Not too bothered about it being right, because we'll change things around later. I shouldn't chop down too many trees. I'm getting a little bit overzealous with that, I think. Also, we never did get round to continuing the attack on the biters, and also I've left the car behind, so I can't really do that. We did a bit of progress. We gave them a run for their money. We scared them. We showed them who's boss. That's all we need to do right now. There we go, that's going, and we'll send it up this way a bit so it doesn't interfere with other stuff, and then it'll just run off this way somewhere. For a while. And just maneuver around everything. It's going to be a bit of a mess, but I don't care about getting it neat right now. We can fix things later. And along here a bit. And to around here. So we have some chemical plants. We can just hook these directly up to here. Then we need a system here for how we're going to set things up. We've researched bullet shooting speed 4. Let's do shotgun shell damage, I guess. Right. Like a system I've done before for these is to have one belt central and then 2 outer belts. Gives an option for some compression, for some increased throughput stuff later down the line-ish. Sort of. So I think that works. We have coal run up the middle, plastic run down the outside. Let me check the ratios. It's 1 coal to 2 plastic bars. That absolutely makes sense. And that's all you need. So we'll run this down to... No, damn it, we're out of belts. That'll do. Maybe. Possibly. Connect this to there. Then we want... I guess just the 1 will do. I don't think it's quick enough that it would need 2. And then these. And then run them both down here for a while, because this is going to extend later. We've just not built the extendy bits yet. Whoops. Run this down to here, and then right at the bottom here we'll have this dude underground there. These two can merge. And do that, and go off that way somewhere. Then we'll get some power to these. We'll get some pipes and stuff. Underground it over to here. Connect it up on this side. Now we just need the power to actually get this far, which it does not. How are the tanks? Progressing slowly but surely. It's been running constantly, and so it's kept a nice steady rate, and so the pollution hasn't extended enough to cause biter attacks. Which is the sort of thing we were hoping for. Good to just have constant steady production rather than sudden waves of production that could cause surges in pollution, because that would kill us. And then we'll run this one up. Up to there, I suppose. And just over to here, I guess, and then bring it this way. Where it can just nestle in there, connect up to that, and we have some plastic production. Pretty basic and slow right now, but we will of course upgrade it as time goes on. And we'll just deliver this all the way over to here. Liberally apply grenades to the affected area, and then we'll go here and put the plastic into here. How's chat been? I've been ignoring it for a while. Why didn't I blueprint all the signals? I did. The blueprint has all the signals in it. Look, they're there. You just couldn't see them, but I was placing on where the signals were marked. 1, 2, 3, 4. What else? Train that lays tracks in front of it, has miniguns, cannons, and flamethrowers with microwave lasers. Would be the ultimate train. Yes, it would, and I'm sure there's mods that... Well, I know there's mods that do some of that stuff. And there's probably mods that do others of that stuff, so you can make trains that do that. Just not in vanilla. Right, this will come down here. Do that. We've run out of coal, but the train will be back soon and can start actually delivering coal to A and plastic to B. Well, really, we ran out the last belt. We need a bunch more, actually, anyway, because we're going to be unloading it at the other end, of course. Tried to talk too fast and it's getting late. We'll limit that, because we don't want it too crazy. No point in having a whole bunch sat in the train that isn't going anywhere. You know what happens if you have an old 0.15 save filing update to 0.16? Does it mess anything up? Does it just add cliffs and ruin everything existing? Well, this is a map that is updated from 0.15 to 0.16. We are yet to see the effects because we've not scanned any further than we'd scanned before the update. But I've done it on another map, and what happens is, unfortunately, all the terrain gets messed up. So there's terrain shearing. There's a sudden, obvious difference between old and new terrain. But nothing will break. The game will continue to run fine. Also, there will be no cliffs because cliffs are set as off by default on maps that jump up in updates. So you will have no issues if you switch over, apart from the fact that suddenly there'll be a bit of a line in the terrain and there'll be lakes that have straight edges and ore patches that have straight edges and stuff like that. It's not major. You will not suffer any issues because the Factorio devs are very good at making sure that everything runs smoothly, and they always make sure that a Factorio update will not break old saves. Because they're awesome. And it looks like we're now getting attacked from over here. The pollution is about spreading to them just... Or it could have been a colonization attack, actually. Because it looks like the pollution isn't quite there, but maybe it managed to for a bit. Hard to say exactly what's going on, but we'll have to go deal with that fairly soon. But anyway, the train is ready, so we should send it back to... whence it came. The station we're looking for is Dr. Horrible. We'll get these proper names later, but at the moment it doesn't matter. And yeah, it's now set up. Let's just order it to automatically set off to the other one, because we're ready. We've got a bunch of plastic in the train already. Can you still get rid of excess light and heavy oil by putting it in a steam engine? Probably. But I never do. I build it up and then I crack it, because it's always useful to do that. I beg you, put coal on both sides of the belt. Like, throughput is not an issue yet. When it becomes an issue, then I'll do that. But at the moment, it's fine. What isn't fine is how little coal is coming through here. We should probably do something about that. But first, we'll unload the plastic, because that's what we're here for. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, no, I wasn't quick enough. I was busy talking and reading chat and saying stuff and I missed it. Well, the plastic will arrive when the train gets back. That's not a problem. So, run this way. And it has to go along here. Underground here. Turn here. Oh, apparently the cliffs are there in some bases that have jumped up. I was not aware. I will have to do more experimentation. We finished shotgun shell damage. Let's do shotgun shell shooting speed. And where to send the plastic? I guess what I'll do is I'll send it next to the steel. Need a bunch of those, but we're right next to the thing that makes them now, thinking about it, so we'll just go get them. All of them. We'll always use them in the end. Whoop. Hop underneath that bit. And I guess also underneath that. We're encroaching more and more in this copper deposit. It's going to be a pain at some point, but it's not yet, so it's fine. I'm going to go underneath that light, because we need those, and I've forgotten to implement them in places for a while. What's the oldest save you can use in Factorio? Well, the thing is that when you... Oh, uh-oh. Power's struggling. Yep, it's the coal. We need more coal. Oh no, it's going to be a death spiral. We must fix it quickly. That's the thing. As soon as your power starts to struggle, your coal mining slows down, and that makes it worse and worse, and it just is an endless spiral of doom. Unless you can quickly boost it back up before it's too late. And so I am making sure to do just that. Was I in time? We shall have to see. I imagine so. Yeah, a lot of these have run out. There's your problem. The remaining ones have very little left of them. Look at this, it's got 3 left. Now it's got 2. We can get rid of this in a second. There we go. Right, yes. Someone asked me a thing. Oh yeah, so, the oldest save that will work. I don't know how far back you can go, but you can go very far back. Because the way that it works with the compatibility is that you can always jump a save up by 2 updates. So, if I had a save in 0.14, I could load it in 0.16 without a problem. One in 0.13 would not update straight to 0.16, but one from 0.13 would update to 0.15, which could then update to 0.16. So, I don't know how far back that chain goes, but you can. But I know for a fact that I can get a map from 0.8 up to 0.15 because I've done it, and I'm sure that I could then jump that up to 0.16. So it's as far back as however far that goes. Basically, like, since it's been in the format it's been in, which I think might be 0.2, but I wouldn't think it was that far back. I'd say 0.5 or 6 is probably what you're thinking, but that is ridiculous because that is 4 years. You can get a save that is 4 years old and get it up to the current version of Factorio. It'll be weird, the map will be a mess, the terrain will look terrible, but you can do it. The plastic's on its way, currently on one side of the belt. I need to fix that, but whatever, it's fine. We've achieved the goal, we have the plastic on the line, and that is pretty much what we're going to finish with today. But yeah, you can just chain your updates as far back as you like, probably. Any save you have, you can bring up to current versions. I'm confident in saying that, because I don't think there's anyone watching right now who played Factorio before, say, 0.7. I'd be surprised, because there were very few people playing back then. I started playing at the very end of 0.8, and I was in the first, I think, 10,000 players? I got in there quick, and I have Avak to... I don't know if I should say thank or blame for that, but yeah, it was through his videos that I discovered Factorio was the thing. But we're going to end for today. That's the plastic done. I will just finish by trying to catch up on the chat once again, because I've been struggling with that today. We're now at over 300, which is awesome and insane. Let's see, yeah. You can load them in all the versions and update them. Yep, so you can just keep daisy chaining it, and that's very easy if you have Factorio from the Factorio website, because if you bought it on there, then you can just download zip files of pretty much any update you like, back to 0.6 or something. They're all there. It's great. I have 7 copies of Factorio currently on my laptop. I've only paid for it twice, once on Steam, once on the website. I mean, they deserve that much that I bought them at least a second time. There will be clips of newly generated chunks in the old map, just not on existing chunks. Beware that 0.16 will not allow you to place new offshore pumps. What? Whoa, 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 hold on. Are you serious? I need a pump, I need a pump. Where are the pumps? There's one. Oh god! Oh no! I can't place pumps on the edge of the world anymore! Oh no! Right, then this is all we have. We have to be careful with this. We're going to have a pumping station. We're going to have trains delivering water to outposts that require it. I guess the only places we need are here and the oil outpost, but also the nuclear outpost will need water in very vast quantities. We're going to have to build a nuclear outpost here. There's no other way. Oh no. Yeah, that's... Literally every exploit I demonstrated in the previous stream has now been removed by the devs in this most recent update. Something fishy's going on here. They're watching me. They know I know all the tricks. So they're just using me to find them all and remove them. Such a cunning plan. Anyway, yes, so, I want you to look at that. Finally here when you decide to stream. That's unfortunate timing, because I'm about to finish. Yeah, 2 major versions back is how much you can update from, but you can just keep chaining it. Is an underground belt compression not a thing anymore in 0.16? Yep, it is gone. You can no longer do it. It does not work. You have to use splitters now. I think sideloading also doesn't work properly for compression anymore, which is a pain, so splitters is the only way. And it's difficult to make that actually properly compressed, so it's driving me up the wall because none of my belts are properly compressed anymore, and I'm sad. 0.15 to 0.16 is changed dramatically. I wouldn't upgrade a normal map, but a ribbon map might be doable. Really? You wouldn't upgrade a normal one? I've upgraded a normal one that I was playing for a couple of weeks before 0.16 came out, and I've been doing fine with it. I discovered a lot of the map beforehand, so I didn't have issues with cliffs, but even so, I can use cliff thingies, cliff explosives, so it's not too bad. To the games, your name is somewhere in the game. Awesome. Actually, as long as your account is linked to your Steam, you can still download all... Oh, right. You can, if you buy it on Steam, you can then link it to their website and download it from their website. I did not know that. That's fine with me. I'm still happy to have paid them twice because I built my channel off their game and they deserve it, really. Also, we've done more science. Flamethrower damage 2. A happy new year to you too, Betha1998, 1996. I've got this weird thing with reading numbers where I just read a number that isn't even there. I don't even mix up numbers, I just generate new numbers in my head. You can make a slight tweak to the save file, it'll put water along the outer tile. I think, ultimately, this is going to be an interesting challenge to deal with, so I'm going to stick with having to actually use this water deposit that I was planning on entirely removing. Good job this happened before I'd done that. Have I found uranium yet? No, I haven't. I think it doesn't spawn in the middle of maps, so actually that's a 0.16 thing, so I guess I don't know when we'll see it. At some point we'll encounter it. We're not up to uranium yet anyway, so it's not too much of a thing. I can almost imagine them sitting and chatting, giggling to themselves about all my exploits being ruined. Did I also mine a car while driving it? Because they took that out too? Oh, well that was big. Mining a car while you were driving it was, like, why would you do that? I never tried that. Does that not make a, like, I feel like that would make you crash. One way or another. Oh, thank you, Big Bad Wolf. I'm glad you're enjoying playing it. Yep, you can still download old Factorio versions even if you bought them on Steam then. Couldn't go back to 0.15, place the pumps, then go forward again. I don't think you can. No, you can't take save files back through updates. It wouldn't work. That'll break so much. The devs aren't going to put in a way of reversing the order on saves. That would be weird. I'd have to load the last episode save in 0.15, build the pumps, and come back. But even then, I won't be able to like future-proof it. I wouldn't know what pumps I'd need and where I'd need them until later on. Having water come from the void to a nuclear reactor is incredibly OP. That is a fair statement. That is reasonable. And definitely correct. It would have made it very, very easy to make crazy amounts of nuclear power. When were you planning on doing the multiplayer endgame with Peach and Sheepdog's map? Well, we need to get to the endgame first, so it's probably going to be a while away. Merry New Year. Thank you very much. You too. Research electric furnaces, you save coal. I need blue science for that, which is what I'm working on right now, so we'll get to that. We're on our way. At least 0.6.4 is possible with a Steam-bought game. Yeah, I think that's where it starts with the website as well. Yeah, I need oil to make the electric furnaces. Trust me, as soon as I can get them, I'm getting them. I always do that. Bentham is a random number generator. I don't know where that's coming from, but sure, I guess there are ways of deriving random numbers from it. Oh, I see, because you were talking about me saying random numbers when reading them. Of course, yes, I'm a random number generator. All you need to do is send me 0000 for however many digits you need, and I will read out the wrong number, and it will be a randomly generated number. Perfect. Will I make a new season of Living with Biters? I have no intention of doing that at the moment. It's a very complex and slow thing, and I don't know if that bug has been fixed yet about them starting to tear the base apart. I never looked into whether that had been fixed. And to be fair, I didn't report it. I should have. I never got round to it. Balance the plastic line, it's full. Well, it's fine that it's full. It's not a problem. And I'm over here and it's too far away. And I could balance this bit, but what's the point? It's a tiny section. So that'll be a thing for next stream. Oh, this one's finished. Good, we're making progress. We're getting there. How much of this is left? 36k. We're wearing it down. We'll get it done eventually. It's just going to take a bit of time. And in the meantime, it's not getting in the way of stuff, so that's fine. Did you know you could store steam in tanks? Yes, I did. I've just never much needed to. I mean, I guess I could do wacky stuff like putting steam from a reactor into a train and then transporting it elsewhere and then unloading it into the steam turbines, but why? There is a system you can use if you use solar panels and steam engines, but you don't have accumulators. Then you can make a steam storage tank system. That means that during the night, your steam engines will pick up the slack in terms of power while your solar panels aren't working, which is a neat idea. Never really used that myself, but I've seen it done. Oh, people are saying numbers at me now. 00000. I did it. 65565. 32765. Okay, it's not working anymore because I'm concentrating now. You've got to take me by surprise with the numbers. That's the trick. A PvP map with me against Peachy and Sheepdog. That's an interesting idea. I wonder how that would go. Whether I would be able to beat them both. I mean, if they just rushed me at the beginning, they'd win. But if there was like a bit of time to prepare beforehand, I could probably build the factory quicker and thus have stuff ready in time to better defend myself against them. Steam in tanks is better than batteries for the nuclear. Okay. $42. I'm never going to get 42 wrong. It's the meaning of life, after all. But anyway, enough of chat. I've managed to catch up, and so we will leave it there. We didn't get blue signs, but I wasn't holding much hope for that. I thought we might end up getting halfway there, and I think we've got a good bit of progress done. We have the plastic being delivered. The only thing to do now is actually just set up all the assemblers and stuff on the main bus. So next episode, there'll be a bunch of stuff here, and we'll have blue science being produced, and we'll get a bunch more research done, like electric furnaces and nuclear and all sorts of cool stuff like that. But that is all we have time for today, and so I should say goodbye. Well, first I should say a belated Merry Christmas and a preemptive Happy New Year to everyone. Though by the time the VOD of this is out, New Year will have passed for some people, but I guess that doesn't stop me from saying it to you. So yes, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I shall say goodbye. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time.